Hi everyone. Let's talk about past tense pronunciation with regular ed verbs. So please repeat after me. Accepted. The company accepted the offer. Created. Apple created the iPhone. Demanded. The activists demanded change. Expected. I expected this movie to be a lot better. Polluted. Smoke polluted the air. Needed. The dog needed a bath. Painted. Frida painted herself. Very good. Let's notice the syllables in these verbs. Accept is the base verb. How many syllables are in accept? Accept, accept, accept. There's two. Accept. What happens when we make it past tense? Accepted, accepted, accepted. There's an extra syllable now. Accepted. So, in this case, the ed is pronounced id. Not ed, id. Let's do need. How many syllables are in need? Need. One syllable. Need. When we change it to past tense, it becomes needed, needed, needed. Two syllables. And the ed is pronounced id. So what's the rule? Well, if you notice, in all of these verbs, what does the base verb end in? Accept, create, demand, accept, pollute, need, paint. Do you see a pattern? All of these verbs end in a t or a d. In that case, the ed is pronounced id. Tid, tid, did, tid, tid, did, tid. Easy, right? Well, what happens if the verb does not end in a T or a D? Well, that's what we're going to do next. This is where students tend to make mistakes, so pay attention. Please repeat. Called. I called a taxi. Waved. Waved. She waved goodbye. Copied. I copied the page. Earned. You earned a lot of money. Joined. My grandma joined Twitter. Shaved. Repeat. Shaved. He shaved his head. They sounded different, didn't they? Let's look at the syllables this time. Example, copy. This is our base form. Copy. How many syllables? Copy. 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 2 syllables. When we change it to past tense, how many syllables? Copied. 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 It's the same. No extra syllables are added. So the ed sounds like d. D. Copied. Copied. Let's look at shave. How many syllables in shave? 1. Shave. Shave. When we change it to past tense, how many syllables? Listen to me. Shaved. 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 It's 1 syllable. Shaved. The ed sounds like d. Shaved. Shaved. There are no extra vowels or syllables added. So please repeat after me. We're going to try some more. Asked. Asked. I asked for a menu. Passed. Passed. You passed your driver's test. Ached. My back ached all day. Fixed. The plumber fixed the sink. Helped. My son helped cook dinner. Washed. We washed the dishes. We washed the dishes. Let's look at the syllables in these. How many syllables in pass? Pass. 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 1 syllable. And when we change it to past tense, how many syllables? Listen to me. Past. Past. 1 syllable. Past. Past. Not passed. Past. So here, the ed sounds like t. Past. Past. Help. Help. How many syllables? 1. Help. When we change it to past, how many syllables? Listen. Helped. Helped. one syllable. Helped, helped. Not helped. That's incorrect. We say helped. The ed sounds like t. So what's the rule? Why the difference? Basically, when the base verb, call, wave, copy, earn, ask, pass, when it does not end with a d or a t, the e in the ed is silent. So we pronounce with no e. Called, called. Wave, waved. Copy, copied. Earn, earned. Join, joined. I'm not pronouncing this vowel. Shave, shaved. Ask, asked. Pass, passed. Ache, ached. Fix, fixed. Help, helped. Wash, washed. That's the most important rule for you for regular past tense pronunciation. Do not add an extra syllable in the past tense unless the base verb ends with a D, like needed, or T, like accepted. All the other ones, that E is silent. So the majority, most past tense verbs do not pronounce that E. So let's take a little test. How do you pronounce these? Please pause the video now and try to pronounce these words correctly. Okay, did you try? Let's see how you did. The first one, loved, loved. We do not pronounce the E. Loved. Waited, waited. Wait ends with a T, so we pronounce tid, tid. Waited. Packed, packed. We do not pronounce the E. Packed. Sneezed, sneezed. We do not pronounce the E. Laughed, laughed. Laughed, laughed. No E sound. Sounded, sounded. Sound ends with a D, so we say did, sounded. Hoped, hoped. We do not pronounce the E. Hoped, hoped. Listened, listened. We do not pronounce that. Listened. Turned, turned. We do not pronounce the E. Wished, wished. Picked, picked. Contacted, contacted. Contact ends with a T, so we pronounce the id. Closed, closed. Opened, opened. We go directly from the N to the D. Opened. No id sound. How did you do? This is the most important way you can improve your past tense pronunciation, to know when you add the syllable did or tid, and when you do not include the E. Now maybe some of you know or you heard me pronounce the final ED a little differently in some of these verbs. For example, called, asked. When do I make it a D sound? And when do I make it a T sound? Now, honestly, this is not as important as what we talked about before. But if you're curious, and if you want to have perfect pronunciation, I will tell you. So please repeat. Called, waved, copied, earned, joined, shaved, asked, passed, ached, fixed, helped, washed. Why the difference? Well, here we go. It's going to get a little technical. Call, wave, copy, earn, join, shave. The base form of these verbs end in ul, v, e, n, v. If you say those sounds touching your throat, you will notice that your vocal cords are moving. They're vibrating. That means they are voiced consonants or they are vowels. Try it. L, v, e, n, v. Do you feel the vibration? When that happens, the ED is pronounced D, which is also a vibrating sound. D, D. Do you feel the vibration? The movement? In English, we like to continue similar sounds. So if this is vibrating, we want this to also vibrate. It's easier. Called, waved, copied, earned, joined, shaved. Now over here, try saying these sounds. K, s, k, k, p, sh. Do you feel any vibration here? You shouldn't. The vocal cords are not moving with these sounds. These are whisper sounds. They're more quiet and they do not come from here. They come from here. K, s, k, p, sh. So, the ED sound also does not vibrate. And it will sound like t, a more of a whisper, a more soft sound, in order to sound similar, because that's more easy for us. Let's read these one more time. We'll go from one to the other. Called, asked, waved, passed, copied, ached, earned, fixed, joined, helped, shaved, washed. All right, thank you so much for watching.